Hey guys, this is Avinash here, back with the second episode of the Tech News. So without any delay, let's get started. As the Nothing Phone 3 launch approaches, which is scheduled for July 1, the leaks have started popping up online. Aside from a couple of teaser posts from Nothing, revealing that a new LED effect is replacing the glyph, we have had nothing substantial up until now. According to the leaks, the Nothing Phone 3 will offer a generous upgrade in many ways. Despite the non-flagship Snapdragon 8s Gen 4 chipset, the display will likely remain the same, having a 6.7-inch diagonal with an LTPO OLED panel. The camera system gets a 50-megapixel 3x zoom periscope camera, in addition to the previous 50-megapixel main and 50-megapixel ultra-wide shooters. The front-facing camera also gets an upgrade from 32-megapixel to 50-megapixel. The battery will be bumped up to 5150 mAh battery, which is a healthy upgrade over the 4700 mAh from before. The new Phone 3 will support 100-watt fast charging. The wireless charging capabilities remain hidden. There's roughly a week before Nothing's flagship launches, so let's see what happens. The Redmi K80 Ultra has been spotted in the Geekbench database, giving us an idea about the single-core score and the multi-core scores. The listing has confirmed that the Redmi K80 Ultra is powered by the MediaTek's Dimensity 9400 Plus SoC. The phone will launch running Android 15 with Xiaomi's HyperOS on top, and those are all the details that the benchmark run has uncovered. It is also expected to sport a 6.83-inch 1.5K flat OLED screen, an ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner, a triple rear camera setup with a 50-megapixel main, support for 100-watt charging as well, and IP68 and IP69 dust and water resistance ratings. OnePlus recently launched the OnePlus Pad 3 with the Snapdragon 8 Elite at the helm, and a new rumor claims that the next tablet by this Chinese brand will be called the OnePlus Pad Lite. The source claims that the OnePlus Pad Lite will be powered by the Helio G100 SoC and boot Android 15 with Oxygen OS 15.0.1 on top. The budget tablet will pack an 11-inch 90Hz Full HD Plus LCD and have a 9340 mAh battery under the hood. However, its charging speed is unknown. The OnePlus Pad Lite will have 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage on board, but there could be memory configurations that are yet to be confirmed. The tablet will also feature two 5-megapixel cameras, one each on the front and the rear, and will have cellular and Wi-Fi versions. According to the source, the OnePlus Pad Lite will weigh around 539 grams, and the tablet will be available in Aero Blue color. And OnePlus is expected to sell a matching folio cover separately, which will develop as a kickstand for the Pad Lite. Infinix launched its Smart 10 series with 3 devices: Smart 10, Smart 10 Plus, and Smart 10 HD. The trio brings entry-level specs, DTS-tuned loudspeakers, and several flashy color options. All 3 phones support 6.67-inch IPS LCDs with HD Plus resolution and 700 nits peak local brightness. The Smart 10 HD, however, features a 90Hz refresh rate, while the other two get 120Hz panels. The Smart 10 Trio also offers dual speakers with DTS tuning and 300% volume mode. You get the same Yunior SoC T7250 chipset across all 3, alongside up to 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of internal storage. All 3 also feature micro SD slots and headphone jacks. In terms of camera, Smart 10 and Smart 10 Plus bring 8-megapixel main shooters and 8-megapixel selfie cams. The Smart 10 HD offers a 13-megapixel main shooter alongside an AI lens and an 8-megapixel selfie cam. The battery department sees the Smart 10 Plus offer a 6000 mAh cell with 18 watts of charging, while the Smart 10 and Smart 10 HD get 5000 mAh cells with 15 watt and 10 watt charging respectively. The Smart 10 and Smart 10 Plus also get IP64 ingress protection. On the software side, the Smart 10 HD boots XOS 13 based on Android 14 Go, while the Smart 10 and Smart 10 Plus get XOS 15.1 based on Android 15. The Poco F7 will be larger than the Poco F7 Pro and Poco F7 Ultra, with a 6.83 OLED display compared to the 6.67 panels, though with a lower resolution compared to the 1440p Plus panels. This display will still have top-notch color rendering and Dolby Vision and HDR10+ support. It comes with a larger battery, and Flipkart officially revealed that the F7 will have 7550 mAh of capacity with fast 90-watt charging and even fast reverse charging at 22.5 watts. The F7 battery draws the batteries of the Ultra and even the Pro. The Poco F7 will be powered by the new Snapdragon 8s Gen 4, and the chip will be paired up with 12 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM and up to 512 gigs of UFS 4.1 storage. The phone will run HyperOS 2 Android 15 out of the box. The camera system is centered around the 50 megapixel Sony IMX882 sensor on the back, which is behind a wide open 1.5 aperture with OIS. It is joined by an 8 megapixel and a 20 megapixel selfie camera. The F7 will have stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos Plus, high-res audio, and high-res audio wireless certifications. Realme's Narzo 80 Lite 5G is now official as the latest entry into the Narzo 80 series. The new device is actually nothing more than a rebranded Realme C73, featuring a 120Hz LCD Dimensity 6300 chipset and a 6000 mAh battery. The Narzo 80 Lite is built around a 6.67-inch IPS LCD with HD Plus resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate. The phone is equipped with MediaTek's Dimensity 6300 chipset and paired with 4 or 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. The back features a 32 megapixel main shooter with a GC32E2 sensor. The software side is covered by the Realme UI 6 based on Android 15. The 6000 mAh battery supports 15 watts of wired charging. OnePlus has a busy schedule ahead. It will soon launch 2 new Nord phones, a smaller watch, and a light tablet, all of which will be available for the global market. Joining them will be the OnePlus Buds 4, which will be unveiled in China earlier this year. The OnePlus Nord 5 is mostly under wraps, but a detailed teaser from a promo campaign does reveal a few highlights. The phone will be powered by the Snapdragon 8s Gen 3 and will have a 7300mm square vapor chamber. The display will apparently be 144Hz. Realme already confirmed that its P series is going global, and now we have a launch date to look forward to. That's on June 24. That's when Realme plans to bring its Realme P3 and P3 Ultra to the global stage. The Realme P3 Ultra is the more premium entry with its 6.83-inch AMOLED Full HD Plus 120Hz display, Dimensity 8350 SoC, and 6000 mAh battery with 80-watt charging. Let's see how the device performs on June 24. The Vivo T4 Lite will come in prism blue and titanium gold colors, and it will be powered by the Dimensity 6300 SoC. The T4 Lite will support storage expansion of up to 2 TB, and one of its models will have 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of onboard storage. Additionally, Vivo revealed that the T4 Lite will pack a 6.74 notch display with 1000 nits brightness in high brightness mode. The smartphone will be IP64 rated and come with smart AI enhancements. The iQOO Z10 Lite is the latest addition to the series and slots in as the most affordable entry phone with 10,000 launch price. The device is also expected to launch soon as the Vivo T4 Lite. The Z10 Lite is built around a 6.74-inch IPS LCD with HD Plus resolution and a 90Hz refresh rate. The panel is rated at 1000 nits peak local brightness. There's a 50 megapixel main cam around the back, which is paired alongside a 2 megapixel depth helper. MediaTek Dimensity 6300 sits at the helm, paired up with 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of storage. The phone features a 6000 mAh battery with 15 watts charging and is also IP64 rated. The iQOO Z10 Lite comes in titanium blue and cyber green colors. Pricing in India starts at 10,000 for the 4 128GB trim. The 6 128GB version is around 10,999, while the 8 256GB variant will go for around 12,999. The SBI cards are eligible for an INR 500 flat discount, so do check it out. We have heard many rumors about the device in the past, but according to the latest supply chain analysis, Apple is close to releasing a foldable smartphone. Most of the components are not yet finalized, including the liquid metal hinge. The display, on the other hand, is one of the few components with finished specs. It's going to be sourced from Samsung Display. According to the report, Apple has ordered 7 to 8 million foldable panels, while the supposed production of foldable iPhones is anything between 15 and 20 million units. However, it's unlikely that Apple will sell 15 million units in 2026 alone, given the premium price tag. Samsung started teasing the upcoming Galaxy M36 in India a couple of days ago, and today it's finally announced when the phone is getting official. That is on June 27. Samsung Galaxy M36 5G will be offered through Amazon in orange haze, velvet black, and serene green. The screen will come with Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on top, and on the rear there will be 3 cameras, a 50 megapixel main with optical image stabilization, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 2 megapixel macro shooter. For selfies, you're getting a 13 megapixel snapper inside the notch. Samsung advertises 2 meters of drop protection too. According to the sources, the Galaxy M36 is powered by Samsung's Exynos 1380 SoC. Don't get me wrong, but I'm sick of Samsung's Exynos processors. It's also paired with 6 gigs of RAM and will run Android 15 with One UI 7 on top. The upcoming big tablet from Xiaomi has been fully revealed. The Xiaomi Pad 7s Pro 12.5 will feature Xiaomi's own X-Ring Ode 1 SoC, and it will pair with 16 gigs of RAM and 1TB of Samsung-made UFS 4.1 storage. There's a single camera on the back, flanked by the X-Ring logo. Up front is a 32 megapixel with 2.2 aperture camera with a 3.6-inch OV32D sensor, while the rear camera 50 megapixel 1.8 aperture shooter with a 76-inch SKJN1 sensor. The tablet is made of metal and is impressively thin at just 5.8 millimeters, weighing around 576 grams. The display is a vast 12.5-inch IPS LCD with a 3:2 aspect ratio. It refreshes at a maximum rate of 144 Hz. The tablet has a 10,610 mAh battery with support for Xiaomi's 120 watt hypercharge. It also supports 7.5 watts reverse charging for emergencies. The performance is stellar, as evidenced by both Waki Home and DC Assist testing. The tablet was able to run Genshin Impact at a maxed out settings for 7 hours and 18 minutes straight, while maintaining 60 FPS. The Xiaomi Pad 7s Pro 12.5 will feature its own floating keyboard with an adjustable stand and glass touchpad, which is similar to Apple's Magic Keyboard. Xiaomi will also offer it with a stylus. That's it for this week's Tech News. If you found this video any useful, do let me know down in the comments below. This is Avinash signing off. See you guys.